Hello beautiful person, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chu and today we're going to be talking about how to sample like Kanye. Not Ye. I mean, we fuck with Ye, don't get me wrong, but we're going to be covering more Kanye, as opposed to Ye Kanye. You feel me? Hopefully that's all the tiptoeing I have to do concerning that. Anyways, the best producers are masterful when it comes to their use of samples. But Kanye is on a whole other level. I'm talking Hercules amongst men type shit. In about 7 to 8 minutes, you're gonna see exactly how I go about emulating one of my favorite producers ever. So drop a like on this video if you end up learning something new, or just enjoy the content. Join my Discord, it's cool. Follow my Trap Beats playlist on Spotify, it's dope as fuck. There's also a link in the description if you want to submit some songs or beats to my playlist. And if that subscribe button is red, go ahead and smack it so you never miss another video. To get started on the daunting task of emulating the GOAT, here's a sample we can flip. I got this from Tracklib. My favorite way to sample is by using the Fruity Slicer in FL Studio. Before we can drag our sample in to flip it though, we need to cut a perfect loop from the song to make chops out of. Now, I usually do this in Edison by listening until I found a cool section that loops. But remember how I said that I got this sample from Tracklib? While I was grabbing it, I tested its viability out using this looping function they have. It even allowed for different drum grooves to be tested via this beat play tool. So it was easy to tell that this sample would fit the boom bap vibe perfectly. The coolest part is that Tracklib can automatically cut the loop so that it can be downloaded straight from the song. No need for unnecessary added steps dragging things in and out of Edison. Oh, and today's video is sponsored by Tracklib, because I actually use them. They are the world's first and only online record store, and they have tens of thousands of tracks for you to start sampling right away. Something I really like about Tracklib is that artists can clear most of the samples I use from there for only $50. And this will allow for 2 to 20% revenue share since 90% of the samples on Tracklib are in their C category. This is a really convenient way to find and clear samples, especially when you compare it to the traditional method of paying anywhere from $5,000 to $200,000, drafting many contracts and going through countless lawyers over an excruciatingly long period of time. Trust me, I know how difficult all of this can be. That is why I know that Tracklib can save any musician from tons of stress and hassle. Tracklib has given me a special link where you can access their entire platform for 30 days at no cost. And on top of that, they threw in 15 track download tokens so you can get to crate digging right away. So head to the link in my description and start sampling the right way. Huge thank you to the wonderful people over at Tracklib for sponsoring this video and making this dope content possible. Okay, now let's get into flipping this sample. The sample looped perfectly but had a few timing discrepancies, probably due to being recorded live. It's a pretty old song. I fixed this by cutting the one loop into a few smaller pieces, and then I made those into unique samples. Then I fit the unique samples to the grid until they were on beat with the metronome. This also ended up taking care of the sample needing to match the tempo, which was 92 beats per minute. Now we can render all of this as one file through the mixer, and then this new audio will be perfectly on time. Cool. So we'll pop open the channel settings for the sample, click this little icon here and select open in Fruity Slicer. When selecting a slicing parameter, the beat slicing option is a pretty good one because it gives you large chops that'll just be easy to jigsaw puzzle around with. Increasing the attack is also a power move because it allows the chops to fade in better and also prevents that annoying clicking sound in the sample. Oh, and the pitch can be adjusted here using this slider. From here, we can open the piano roll of the slider and arrange our new melody. Here's what we came up with. I did want to pop in here and make a quick note about something else I did with the sample. I made a new pattern for the intro. The chops here play the sample as normal, like this. And then the drums are gonna drop here with the flip. Speaking of which, now that we've flipped our sample, we can lay down the
drums. The drums. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You hear me? Nothing, bro. Nothing. I don't care.
Let's start with a simple kick snare pattern that gives things a nice boom bap rhythm. And we can layer it with another kick and snare. Now let's toss in a live hat and some open hats. And I think some accent snares like this would really go crazy. And lastly, we can sauce up a bass line. Okay, so here's how all the drums sound together. It doesn't take much to start sampling like Kanye, but it does take quite some effort to develop the skill to the point of being able to output consistently fire sampled beats. So I want you to get in the lab and really practice these techniques in this video. Be sure to try all of this out for yourself. Remember, find a dope sample and cut a loop out of it. Chop the sample in Fruity Slicer, and then lay down some fire boom bap drums. If you want a deeper look at what it takes to reach sampling mastery in FL Studio, check out this full guide appearing on the screen now. Peace.